Hello. If you're able to, please close your eyes. Take a deep breath in. And a deep breath out. Relax your shoulders. Unclench your jaw. Take another deep breath in. And another deep breath out. You can open your eyes now. I hope that felt good for you. That felt good for me. I needed it. I thought it was okay to take a second before I deliver a talk about patience. I talk about patience a lot because it's something I need a lot of. It's something I'm constantly working on. And every time I talk about patience, I recite this poem. Is anyone called Grace in the room? No? Good. For any Graces who are listening in future, I apologize. The poem is as follows. Patience is a virtue. Virtue is a grace. Grace is a little girl who does not wash her face. That poem is by a children's author called Dick King-Smith. He wrote Babe the Sheep Pig. Fun kids film, even better children's book. And that poem says something that I have been taught and have believed all my life, that patience is a virtue. I can't tell you that it's a virtue that's exactly built into my personality. I struggle a lot to be patient. The expression more haste, less speed could have been made for me. I was even born early. My birthday is 30th of December, due date late January. Sorry to my parents. Patience I find difficult for a number of reasons. The main question I have is why? Why is patience something that's so hard, even though it's such a virtue? And for me, I think it's because patience often feels far too passive. It feels like being patient isn't doing anything. I'm not being active. I'm not striving towards my dreams. I'm not doing anything. But patience is actually hard work. Patience can be the hardest of work. And that is the perspective shift that's helped me to be a lot more patient with myself and with my life. Patience is very hard work. When you have to be patient, you have to maintain hope, focus, and resilience across the time you're being patient. And that could be very hard work. It's very hard to sit and be intentionally still. The hard work is in the patience required as we're waiting for things to happen, as we maintain the things we're doing, as we have to believe that even if now isn't our time is coming. Having to sit there and do that and still maintain hope, focus, and resilience is very, very hard work. Have you ever taken a mechanical pencil apart and taken out the spring? Or have you ever felt a spring in general? Springs work by being crushed and then releasing energy. And that's how, to me, it feels to be patient, to be ready and be patient. I feel like external circumstances are crushing me and all my energy is here and I'm waiting to let all my energy out. A spring springs. The noun lends itself to a verb. A spring is supposed to spring. And it feels very frustrating to be a spring, to be crushed, to feel the pressure of having to wait, to know that I'm meant to expel this energy, and for it not to be my time yet to do what I'm functioned to do. It's incredibly difficult. And a lack of guarantee that my time will come often makes me anxious. I think one of the other things that makes patience very difficult, is that it's incredibly frustrating. It's incredibly frustrating not knowing that all my patience will be worth it, not knowing that my time will definitely come at the end of the time I'm being patient. It's in hope. And having to wait in hope and be still and not do anything active is very hard work. I think now more than ever, and I can say this with confidence as a content creator, we can often see the things that we want in great detail, and we can see other people doing and getting them. And being patient in those circumstances is incredibly hard work. It's very easy to look at other people living their lives and think, how come they have this and I don't? Who's ever done that before? Why has Grace got her 6-figure grad scheme lined up and no one's replying to my emails? It feels like being at the end of the line to the sweet shop, and I can see everyone in there enjoying, eating, munching. And I'm worried that by the time I get to the front of the queue, there's going to be no sweets left. Never mind this sweet shop's been in business for 100 years and will have sweets left. I feel like by the time I get to the front of the queue, there will be no sweets left. Plus, I'm 26. I should be eating sweets right now. It's my time to be eating sweets. Okay, let me do away with the sweets metaphor. But generally, I feel like being able to see other people do all the things that we feel like we should be doing feeling like there's a pressure on us, at this age I should have done this, at this age I should have done that, and sometimes it hasn't been our time yet. Having to be patient in those circumstances is extremely hard work. I've learned a big lesson myself from flowers. I get my girlfriend flowers very regularly. Humble brag. And when I get her flowers, generally, I tend to get ones that have closed buds because I like seeing the process of the flowers opening, and it means they last longer. And it's very interesting. I'll bring home a bunch of flowers that have closed buds, and I'll water the flowers, put them in the same place, and along the time that the flowers are opening, some of the buds of the flowers will open and some of them won't. Despite being in the same place, being cared for in exactly the same way, some of the buds of the flowers will open before others. Doesn't mean that the flowers that open later are going to be any less beautiful. It just means they haven't opened yet. It's as simple as that. If I were to force open the closed buds just because I want to see all the flowers right now, we know what would happen. The flowers would die. Again, being one of those closed buds, feeling like I have so much to offer and so much to show, but it's not my time yet. Trying to force myself into a position where I can show what I know I'm going to eventually is the wrong thing to do. Sometimes I need to be patient and wait for my time. Even flowers of the same stem open on their own time. Sometimes we need to be patient. One of the worst things to happen whilst being patient is a false start. I've had it many times. When I was working full-time and hoping to do content full-time as a career, I had loads of occasions where I thought, this is the one, this is the deal, we're getting out of the hood, this is the one today. I had once a big company approach me asking to make a huge amount of videos, I think something like 20 to 30 videos. And I thought, my eyes lit up, dollar signs, letter of resignation drafted, I was mentally gone. We had meetings, we discussed, end of it, they sent me a contract and said, yep, we're happy to pay you $5 per video. US dollars, not even pounds. All of a sudden, my dreams evaporated. I was so frustrated. Actually, the couple of weeks after that, my content was terrible because I was putting out so much more because I thought, no, it's supposed to be now. This is supposed to happen for me now. I need to push more and more and more. And really, it was just that it wasn't my time yet. I had to continue being patient. A false start can break a heart, but it doesn't mean the good things won't come. It just means not right now. And sometimes the wait makes us greater. When eventually I got into my career of content, I could see how if I'd had the things that I had then at the time that I wanted them, I probably wouldn't have been able to deal with it. I'd have struggled more to deal with the schedule, with the pressure on me to come up with ideas. I wasn't ready before to do the things that I do now. And I thought I was. I thought it was my time, but I actually wasn't ready. Also, there's never anyone who doesn't benefit from experience. Taking longer to do something and coming into it later means often that we can appreciate it more and we're all more capable of having and handling it. I'm more able to execute the things that I need to and make the most of my opportunities because I've waited for them, because I know what they're worth, and because I've got experience. Not right now, as in not this second, doesn't mean never. And not right now can sometimes mean not right now. It's not right for us this very second. But when it is, we'll be able to make the most of it. The best thing about patience is that it's a very transferable skill. Anything that you train gets stronger, and as I train my patience, I'm better able to be patient in every area. I hope one day to be a dad, and hopefully, I'll be a patient one. If I'm patient in my career, I know I can be patient with my personal life. If I'm able to be patient myself, I can stand in front of a room of people and tell them that you should all be patient. Not saying I'm perfect at it, but I can say that I'm trying. So, patience is extremely difficult, but like many things, it's worth practicing, it's worth strengthening. Whatever it is you're waiting for, whatever it is you're waiting on, whatever it is you need to maintain hope, focus, and resilience towards, I wish you all the best with it. Patience is very hard work, but it only means we merit it all the more when the good things happen. And the good things will happen. Thank you.